Welcome back to Andertons TV, ladies and gentlemen. A few weeks ago, we first shot this very same comparison video with a blindfolded Peter Honore to see how the new Blackstar IDX50 compared with some of the other contenders in that price bracket. And this happened.
Super mid-rangey, not as clear as the other one. That mid hump in it that I don't really like. Last again. It's just not very defined. It's got this in the,
how do you spell that,
low
please?
one. It's not me, that amp, at all. It still just sounds like I'm listening to the bucket.
Not the best day for Blackstar, especially considering that IDX50 is their brand new product. Normally speaking, those videos go out whatever the outcome is, but I just felt, seeing as I'd seen quite a few other people on YouTube saying how much they liked the IDX50, that I ought to phone Blackstar up and go, what are we doing wrong? Or are we doing something wrong? Why aren't we getting this? And they sent the very lovely Alex G, one of their chief designers, down to spend the day with us. Turns out we weren't doing anything wrong. We just didn't like the kind of, the color palette or the sort of the character that Alex had programmed into the basic firmware of the amplifier. And it was that kind of character that was contributing towards the fact that we were finding all the sounds had this sort of similar kind of closed, pronounced, almost boxy kind of sound. Blackstar said, look, how about we create you an Andertons version of the firmware that it'll be absolutely free to anybody who has an IDX50 wherever they are in the world. They can download this piece of software, and we'll talk about more of that later. Would you be prepared for us to revisit this video? Give us a few weeks to get this firmware that you wanted. And as I said, we spent the day with Alex giving him pointers about the characteristics that we liked in amplifiers. So today's the day. This amplifier here has the revised firmware in it. We're going to do the same basic shootout. Pete's going to be wheeled in. He doesn't know, he knows which the 4 amplifiers are now, but he doesn't know what order I've set them up in. Not going to give him any clues. And we're going to do the same kind of clean crunch lead kind of comparison. I'm going to go through them, and Pete will do the same thing again. He'll put them in order of his preference. And this video, whatever happens, whether Blackstar does badly again or wins or comes somewhere in the middle or whatever, this is the video that goes out. We kind of chatted about sort of morally, is it right to give a brand a second chance like this? Should we just go with what they put out? We decided, and I think correctly so, that it was right to work with the brands and give them the opportunity to bring a change to the table like Blackstar have done, and then to re-review and see how we go. So look, without further ado, let's get Peter in. Taylor is going to have to guide him in because he's already wearing his blindfold, and like I say, he doesn't know how we've set these up. Here he comes. Oh dear, he's crashed already. This is a vision of the care home that Pete and I will be in another 30 years' time.
Oh, hello, I say.
You're going to have to plug his mic in. Here he is.
Hello everybody, please like and subscribe.
Fresh from his morning crochet class.
What am I playing here? Is this your...
This is my Fender Lux Deluxe Vintage Strat, or whatever it's called.
So we got a humbucker in the bridge.
Yeah, 4 amplifiers. Again, you can read in the description below what they are. I'm sure we'll put these on screen as well. We've done it in this kind of layout because I think when you see the amps across the back and Pete and I sitting in front of them, quite often the amp that you're sat right in front of will have quite a different sound to the amp that you're sat to the side of. So hopefully the way we've done it here, Pete isn't going to have this, you know, that he's going to be hearing each amp from the same direction. I'm going to just start. So we are starting doing clean sounds, I think, first, aren't we?
And just on a random, you just start on a random amp.
All right. I tell you what, Mr. Pete.
It's quite.
I think
it's
that's
quite quiet.
Yes, I'm going to turn this up. Each of these amplifiers have all got, you know, your standard bass, middle, treble control. They got volume and gains. Just say it, and I'll dial it in.
Volume, please. Just
but
volume.
yeah, I've turned it up. I've turned it up.
I'm just aiming my head. Yeah, I think
Perfect.
it's.
We're probably less comparing reverbs.
Yeah, but
each has its own reverb in it.
You know what sound I'm looking for? It's always the Blackstar Quick Decay, but I don't know if that's been sorted. Or did we sort that? I can't remember. I think we did.
I don't know. To be fair, I've not really messed around with the reverbs on these. So
This sounds really good. I like this. Can it be a little bit louder? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Louder?
Go.
That's better. That sounds nice. I really like that.
Yep.
It's lovely. Lovely.
Cool.
There's
You wanna
nothing. Yeah, it's my favourite so far.
So that was amp numero un. Numero deux sounds like this.
It's a bit louder, this, but. And the reverb can come up slightly if that's possible.
Yeah.
I think the other one was too quiet, but
Okay.
it can, you know what I mean? I think this is great level, but it needs a bit more reverb. Bit more?
More in the mix or just more decay?
More in the mix. I like that. That's really nice.
I want to go back to the first one just for a little. Here we go. We'll get the. Oh, you're right. The volume levels aren't very evenly matched. It's my bad. Go on, keep
where
going.
the camera is, so I'm so confused with what's happening.
Keep going so I can get. Yep, number two.
I like this. I prefer this sound. So I'm gonna dial down the. Where's my? The top end is slightly toppy. It's not too toppy for me. See, when I dial it down slightly on my volume tone control. I really enjoy that.
Okay.
That sounds great.
Number
I don't know
three.
what it is.
Number three. I might need to turn the volume up, but let's see.
Sounds like somebody put a blanket over an amp.
Do you want
Hang
some
on, wait,
more?
no. Oh! back to number 2, please. Could you turn treble down on that a little bit?
On number 2?
On number 2, and just put a little bit more bass into it, please. Okay, and then that's nice too. I mean,
and number 4, lastly, number 4.
sounds like the reverb is not.
No, your reverb was down pretty low. Let's turn the reverb
and
up.
also it sounds like a small box. You know what I mean? Like the cabinetry is small. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a quick 1 to 4, and then I would like you to give me your preference in order of favourite to least favourite. All right, so number 1. Feels like as we go along, I keep turning them up. So
exactly.
when I get back to the beginning again, they're a lot quieter.
Okay.
Did I just hear a... I thought so. 2.
And then there's a... What's it? That's not easy to find when you're blindfolded.
Three?
Yeah. Okay, number 4 is number 4 for me.
Okay.
The 3 are very similar but not similar. Same but different. You know what I mean? They feel nice, all of them. I think number 3 maybe sounds a little bit like there's some like a tea towel over it or something, but it sounds good. And I'm lacking some volume from number 1. I would say 2, 3, 1, 4.
2, 3, 1, 4 is what we are saying Pete's favourite, which I've written down on my piece of paper and we will display on screen. I don't know, is that any different to the first time round? I mean...
I got no idea.
Exactly, I mean I know, but I'm not telling you whether it is or
you
it
never
isn't
tell me
at
anything.
this stage. Let's try a crunch sound, give us a minute. Okay,
No.
I'm going to try and confuse Mr. Pete. We're in our crunch mode. So I'm going to do the same comparison of the 4 amps again. And again, Pete, you can ask me for more, anything to do with tone, bass, treble, whatever, volume. But I'm going to run through it in a different order now to try and throw him slightly off the scent. Okay, and I guess you're going to do a little bit on the neck pickup, a little bit on the humbucker.
Yes, you guessed correctly.
But here we go, with the first amp.
Okay.
Second amplifier.
This sounds so similar.
Third amplifier.
That's a nice low end into this one. Okay, it's just more, it's more, there's a little bit more gain on it than just the crunch, you know.
Okay, I can compensate for that, but okay, and the last one.
Okay.
Want to go through that again?
Just like hit from whatever you ever.
Yep, here we go. Here's the first one.
Okay.
Second one.
Okay.
Third one.
It's got too much mid-low end in it. Can you take some of that low end out of it?
Absolutely can.
I mean, dare I say it, it sounds to me like it's got that mid thing that we talked about, that Black Star signature Humpy 200.
Last one.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, do you want it?
I can't say, no, it's not the same numbers, is it? Okay, I can say you.
So here was your first one. Where are you going to rank this one?
Last.
Last, least favourite. Okay. This was the second one you heard.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the third one you heard.
So I think it's got the low end is weird for me. So that's the number 3,
Okay.
and then the other one is number 2, and then this after that is number 1, whatever that is.
So this is the last. So you're making that your favourite one?
Hang on. Yeah. Yeah. So go from the beginning you did again, just to
all
make
right.
sure.
So here's the one that you think is your least favourite.
Yeah.
This one you didn't rank.
Yeah, 2.
So you're going to make that your second favourite,
Yeah.
are you? Okay. Here's the one that you said you thought was your third favourite.
Sounds great, but there's just some low end thing that I personally don't like in it,
and
that's nothing to do. If you like it out there, that's your prerogative.
Okay, and the last one, which by default is your favourite one.
I like that's defined in the top and the. Yeah, I like that, yeah.
All right, so we're going with that, are we?
Uh-huh.
Okay, fine. Last little test is
got
the
no idea.
lead guitar sound, so give us a second. Alrighty, now we're in the last, the highest gain mode here. Apologise for all the hum. It's not any one amp here that's particularly noisy. It's all 4 amps are a bit noisy, and they're obviously all on at the same time, even though Pete's only playing through one at a time. So I've decided that this is going to be number 1 this time.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I've decided that this is going to be the second one.
Oh, I lost it there. I like that, yeah.
It's a good chord. And then I've decided that this one is our third one.
Is that F sharp, I mean? Yeah.
And then finally, this one.
Tin can. Yeah, that's the last one.
Okay, well, you're going straight in with that in 4th place, are you? Okay.
Already now I can hear there's something. Yeah.
We'll run through again in the order. So this is the first one, and again, start feeling about where you're going to place these now.
The third.
Okay. Do you know what? Sitting behind these amplifiers, this one over here, which I think you're ranking, not super favourably. Actually, sitting behind it sounds really good.
It sounds small. Where I'm sitting, it just sounds small. It just sounds like it's a small amp.
All right. Okay.
Which you can't hold it against it.
Then in that case, then the next one you heard was this one. I apologise. The next one you heard was in fact this one. And then, so we're looking for a decision between this one and this one for top spot.
Second, and then the other one first.
So you like this one best?
Well, they're very similar.
Okay, so we go, fine.
I mean, the last two are very similar, but there's something in the low end that I prefer about the one I think is the first one over the other one. I think we talked about the cabinetry and how they're made and how they're built and the speakers, and it all plays in, you know, it also plays in how you're a player, what guitar you use, you know, what you had to for breakfast, and, you know, what underwear you're wearing. Is it a thong? Is it leather? Is it just... You know,
all these things that you learn after, you know, 25 years on the road as a touring pro.
35 years on the road and wearing thong, but it's all lingerie. They say it was a thing. They told you have to wear that.
Nowadays, musicians are told they can't have an amp on stage, you've got to wear in-ear monitoring. In Pete's day, it was all about you have to wear leather thongs and nipple tassels.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want to take your blindfold off and we'll go through the results?
God!
In the first video, the first time we shot this, I'm pretty sure that Boss won every round.
Whew. Oh, it's so bright.
Did it win every round? I'm pretty sure it won every round. It certainly won 2 out of 3. And the Black Star came last in every round. We do have a slightly different set of results this time round. I guess from Black Star's perspective, a good bit of news. I should say as well, I have to interject here.
Yeah.
With the exception of the Laney, which is sort of what you see is what you get in terms of the knobs on top, the New X especially, and the Black Star and the Boss have all got deeper editing that I haven't gone into.
Yeah.
You know, we're just
and
doing
that's
what
where
you can do.
all the low ends and make sure you tighten all up to your own specific curtains.
So if you know, maybe you've already got one of these and you're sitting there going, oh, I've got a different sound out of my New X and I heard Rob Chapman say it was great and blah, 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 blah.
Don't trust what Chapman, whatever he says.
I'm sure that, you know, using the editing in the app and all that kind of stuff, I'm sure you can sculpture these to be different. But in this particular test, on the clean sound.
On the clean sound.
In fourth place.
In fourth place.
What do you think was in fourth place? I'm going to tell you, you said one of the amplifiers sounds small and mid-rangey. Which you think that
small
was?
and mid-range, it can only be the small...
Exactly. So the Laney, which is the smallest cabinet, you didn't like that on the clean sound. So that came fourth. In third place, you put the Katana.
Really?
Yep. I'm sure it did better in the first round. But anyway, second place, you put the New X. And again, I screenshotted each of the amp settings that I did for the New X. And in first place, you put the Black Star.
Well, I'm surprised myself that I put a Katana because I was just but that's always the one. I know exactly what that sounds like.
So there you are. Funnily enough,
that's how I feel today. It's today, isn't it?
The clean sound is the sound that I think we were most pleased with the changes that we were able to do with Black Star on the firmware. It really begun to take on those classic open back Fender characteristics that we all
big and bloomy
love. So anyway, there you go. Win for Black Star in the first round. Then we moved on to Crunch. In fourth place was the New X. Didn't like the New X.
There's something digital about that New X anyway.
In third place, despite your initial reaction to the Black Star going, and you actually said, oh, it's got nice low end, but it might have like a bit too much gain for you, you said. Anyway, third place you gave to the Black Star. Second place you gave to the Laney.
Oh!
And first place, of course, no point to me holding out the suspense anymore because it's obviously the only one left. So the Boss came first on the Crunch.
That's different.
Sounds.
That's different from last time, I think.
In my head, the New X did really well in one of the rounds last time, and it hasn't done well in any of the rounds this time. Lead sounds. So the highest gain setting lead sounds here was again in fourth place was the New X. From where I was sitting, the one thing that
it's like a can.
Yeah, the one thing I felt with the New X, and maybe it's just psychosomatic because I've just, you know, it felt like it had that slightly detached digital...
Yeah, digital detachedness.
Yeah.
Ooh. Digital detachedness.
I just think the face makes it worse. Like if you play like that, now look like you're really enjoying it. And watch. See, look.
I go.
I think it's possible to change how you perceive something sounding just from your face.
It sounds plastic. It sounds like I'm not saying a toy, but
I'm sorry, New X has come fourth there. Third was the Laney in the lead guitar one. Okay, I thought that sounded really good from where I was sitting.
I think that overall the Laney's got good sounds. I think it's just too small.
Which interestingly, then you buy the Super 60, which is a little bit more, not that much more.
I love that. We've used that before. I really like that one.
Then you went back and forth about 5-6 times going between the Boss and the Black Star to decide which you liked the best for the lead guitar sound. And you liked the Boss better than the Black Star. So in this round, we had Boss first, Black Star second, Laney third, NUX fourth.
So that was, it was that low end again, which I could use that now, but I would just dial in or dial out some of that stuff that I don't like. But then, what's the point in having?
I think that
you don't have two amps that's different brands that sounds the same. You want their Black Star sound, right?
Yeah.
But I think it absolutely improved a lot. Man.
I think it did. I think it improved it a lot,
and it's second place on that one. So.
Yeah. So you had I mean, if you just look at the headlines, obviously the Boss won 2 rounds and the Black Star won 1 round. Look, the Katana's been just the best-selling amplifier in this category for 15 odd years now. It's like
it has. I remember unboxing the first one with my girls when it was.
This is before you worked here, right? I'm guessing.
No.
Oh, so you think it's been?
It hasn't been 15 years.
Oh, in my head, Katana's
No. It's like
it's
like 8 years, isn't it? It must be like not 15
But that's
years.
a super amplifier. I think that what I'm most pleased about is obviously Black Star put a lot of time, well, as every manufacturer, I suppose.
Yeah.
And for it to come sort of fourth, last in every category in our first shootout really felt like, oh man, this is a bit of a, kick in the nuts for Black Star. But at the end of the day, it's subjective, right? We like a certain tone of amplifier. And you have to be true to yourself and say, well, if I don't like it, I don't like it. And I just love the fact that Black Star went, well, look, it's just a piece of software underneath here that has a zillion different ways of setting it up. And how about we just try and address what you didn't like about it?
That it also tells is super telling that how important it is to sit down with these kind of amps and tweak underneath it. And I think Boss has nailed that from the beginning, where you just plug it in and you turn up and it's, oh, that's nice. They've managed to get, when they swip the amp thing around, every of them things sounds good from the get-go. It's not too low-endy, it's not too,
I tell you the other thing. If we'd have just done the demo of the IDX50 on its own, you sit there and go, yeah, it sounds good. I've got some good clean sounds. I like the reverb, whatever it is like that. Yeah. It's not until you put them in a line with 4 sort of contemporary kind of products that you begin to go, oh, maybe there is a characteristic of the cabinet that I wasn't really picking up in isolation, but when you hear it against other things.
And it's not supposed to be a Katana, like it's not supposed to be any of these amps. They're all supposed to be different. So people out there like different things. Luckily, we don't like all the same thing. Yeah. Because that would be boring. Well, there you go. Look, a little bit of a moment in the world, isn't it? We all have to like the same thing. But no, let's not like the same thing. Let's be individuals.
No, let me start a Katana group and you start a Black Star group and we'll wage war against each other because there's no room for a middle ground. Taylor has just pointed out that I didn't really make it super clear. When you buy an IDX50 from whomever you buy it from in the world, Andertons included, it will come with the stock firmware, i.e. the firmware that we didn't like, in the amplifier. If you would like to replace that with the firmware that we preferred, then yes, read the description below this video, follow the links, and it's simply a question of just dragging that firmware into your archetype, is it not archetype, what do you call architect editing software that this comes free with, and it will transform your amplifier. And if you don't like it, you can transform it back again. Anyway, thank you, I just wanted to make that clear. Okay, right, we are done. I think that was highly useful. Well done to all 4 brands for making amps that, let's be honest with you, sound perfectly fine. And if we just practice more, that's the true path to sounding better. Anyway, I've been Lee.
I've been Pete.
See you next time.